These people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together, they make up the Eggheads, arguably the most formidable quiz team in the country. The question is, can they be beaten? Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. They are the Eggheads. Taking on our quiz champions today are Plumbing the Depths from Cardiff. Team captain Nikki has assembled some of the best quizzers she knows in an attempt to defeat the Eggheads. Let's meet them.
Hello, I'm Nikki and I'm a freelance journalist and radio presenter.
Hello, I'm Tricia and I'm a retired adult education tutor.
Hi, I'm Will and I'm a PhD student.
Hi, I'm Hannah and I'm a genetics student.
Hi, I'm Richard and I'm a landscape conservation manager.
So Nikki and team, hello.
Hello.
Great to see you. And Nikki, of course, we've met before, haven't we?
We have, Jeremy, yes.
For Make Me an Egghead, in
Yes.
which you did very, very well indeed, because
Thank
you are
you.
definitely a quizzer.
Thank you.
Have you quizzed since we last saw each other?
I have, yeah, on several occasions, yeah, in our local pub.
Great, and the pub is crucial here, because the pub
Yeah.
is called the Plumtree.
It is, yeah, a lovely little pub in Canton in Cardiff, and they do a lovely Wednesday night quiz as well.
The name Plumtree has given you plumbing with 2 M's.
It
Plumbing the
has,
Depths.
yeah, because of the Plumtree where we quiz, and also we are going to plumb the depths of our brains for the right answers, hopefully.
Which is always a good policy. Well, listen, it's brilliant to see you again, Nikki. Fantastic
you.
for us. And I wish you all the best. Good luck, challengers. Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs. However, if the challengers fail to defeat the Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to our next show. So, Nikki and Plumbing the Depths, the Eggheads have actually won the last 8. So they're playing well, but that's quite good, because it means there's the jackpot of £9,000. Shall we go for it?
Let's go for it.
Excellent. The first head-to-head battle is on the subject of arts and books, and you can choose between Judith, Chris, Pat, Barry and Steve.
Right.
OK, well, Trish is our arts and book lady.
I think
Who shall I, who
Trisha,
shall I
right?
challenge?
Who do you want to take on?
Chris.
Chris.
Yeah.
All right.
OK, Nikki is a brilliant strategist, I know that. Trisha from Plumbing the Depths is going to take on Chris from the Eggheads on arts and books. Good for you, Chris?
Pretty good, yeah.
OK. To ensure there's no conferring, would you please go to our famous question room? Trisha, arts and books. Would you like to go first or second?
First, please, Jeremy.
And here is your first question, Trisha. Good luck. Launched in 1926, Amazing Stories was an American magazine specialising in which genre? War, romance or science fiction?
Well, I don't actually know the answer. I think it's unlikely to have been war. I'm tending towards science fiction, so I think I'm going to say science fiction.
Science fiction is correct. Well done. Chris, Surrealism was an art movement that first came to prominence in the years following which conflict? Crimean War, World War I or Vietnam War?
Well, Surrealism surfaced actually during World War I, but it came to prominence after World War I.
World War I is correct. Trisha, back to you. Which of these materials did the Austrian painter Gustav Klimt attach to the canvas in several of his most famous works? Brass rings, sheet music, or gold leaf?
I don't remember seeing anything with sheet music on it. And I think brass rings would have made the picture stick out more prominent. So I think I'm going to go for gold leaf.
Yes, gold leaf is quite right, Trisha. Well done. Chris, what is the name of the UK arts organisation that was formed in 1909 to promote a more general recognition and appreciation of poetry? Was this the Wordsworth Trust, the Poetry Society, or Poets' House?
Well, the only one of those I've heard of is the Poetry Society, which would make sense. That's the answer.
Yeah, I suppose it is almost too obvious, but it is the correct answer. The Poetry Society. 2 each. Trisha, over to you. The British designer Abraham Games is most celebrated for his work in which area? Posters, furniture, or ceramics?
It's a really... I really don't know the name at all. I think I'm going to go for ceramics.
Just see. Nikki, do you know this one?
I might be inclined to say posters because it's the one that I've heard of the least, but only, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you're absolutely right.
Oh.
Posters is the answer.
Oh, no.
And Chris, you can take the round with this. Which Irish writer's mother was an authority on Celtic myth and wrote poetry under the pseudonym Speranza? Oscar Wilde, James Joyce, or W.B. Yeats?
It wasn't Oscar Wilde. And I don't think it was James Joyce, but the one who was into the whole sort of Celtic myth bit was W.B. Yeats. So W.B. Yeats.
Well, yeah, he was, but this is about the person's mother. In this case, it was Oscar Wilde.
Was it?
Yeah. How about that, Tricia? You got a let off there. That's good. Little celebration for your team. So it goes to sudden death because you're equal after 3. It gets a bit harder, Tricia, as well. I don't give you multiple choice options. Here we go. In 1936, Dale Carnegie released his best-selling self-help book, How to Win Friends and what?
Influence people.
Influence people is quite right. Chris, to stay in. Which novel by H.G. Wells begins with a mysterious man, his face hidden by bandages, walking into an inn in West Sussex?
That's The Invisible Man, Jeremy.
Invisible Man is right. Tricia, the Kentucky Derby is decadent and depraved, and Freak Power in the Rockies are the titles of 2 pieces in The Great Shark Hunt, a 1979 collection of articles by which American journalist and counterculture icon?
Oh dear. Sorry guys, this is going to be a bit of a guess now. James Thurber.
No, it's Hunter S. Thompson. Chris, for the round. What type of factory did Ian Banks write about for his first novel?
That was called The Wasp Factory.
Published in 1984. It was The Wasp Factory. Well done, Chris. You've done it on sudden death. Tricia, beaten by our Eggheads. Sorry, you won't be in the final round. But it's early days. Please return to us, and we'll play round 2. So, as it stands, Plumbing the Depths have lost a brain from the final round. The Eggheads are all still there. And the next subject is geography. So, Nikki and team, geography, is that good?
It's difficult.
It was, but we've used up our first reserve in geography
How
because it was going
annoying.
to be Trish.
Richard is keen.
Rich,
Yeah.
do you want to do geography?
I'll do geography, yeah.
Okay, Richard.
Okay, brilliant.
Against which Egghead? Anyone
Okay,
but Chris.
Well, who would you like, Rich? You're playing.
Let's go for Steve.
Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
Richard from Plumbing the Depths taking on Steve from the Eggheads on geography. To ensure there's no conferring, please take your positions. Well, I'm thinking you're a landscape conservation manager, Richard, so geography probably is the kind of thing.
Yes, I mean, I spent a lot of time travelling around the world looking at different places like Borneo and China and South America. So, yeah, it's my favourite subject.
Brilliant. So, you're up against Steve. Geography is the topic. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Steve, you therefore have the first question, and here it is. For what does the letter D stand in the name of the African country abbreviated to DRC? Department, domain, or democratic?
It's democratic, Jeremy.
Democratic is correct. Democratic Republic of the Congo. Have you been there, Richard?
I haven't. I've been quite close in Uganda, but not actually into the country.
Here's your question. In which English county is the town of Leighton Buzzard located? Cumbria, Bedfordshire, or Kent?
Well, it's not from Kent because that's where I'm from, and I'm pretty certain it's not Cumbria, so I will go for Bedfordshire.
Bedfordshire is correct. Well done. Steve, which of these ski resorts is in Austria? Kitzbühel, Zermatt, or Davos?
I think Zermatt and Davos are Swiss, so on the basis of that, I will say Kitzbühel.
Kitzbühel is the right answer. Well done. Richard, San Juan is the capital of which island? Guadeloupe, Martinique, or Puerto Rico?
Well, I was watching West Side Story recently where the name came up, and I think that was Puerto Rico.
Good quizzing, you're right. Clutch at anything to get the answer. That's the way to do it. That's the way they do it. Puerto Rico is correct. Steve, the Padma on which the city of Rajshahi is situated is a major river in which country? Padma. Pakistan, Sri Lanka, or Bangladesh?
Yeah, I don't know. Really struggling here, I'm afraid. I will guess it's Sri Lanka.
Oh, interesting. Bangladesh is the answer.
Right.
Get this right, you're in the final, Richard, and you will have leveled it up. Here we go. The South Base Camp used by climbers on ascents of Mount Everest, located in Nepal, is at approximately what altitude? 2,000 feet, 8,000 feet, or 17,000 feet?
Well, it's not going to be at 2,000 feet because that's a bit too low. My thinking is it's sort of somewhere up towards 5,000 meters, which I think roughly works out about 17,000 feet. So I'm going to go for 17,000 feet.
And you just knocked out Steve. Well done. 17,000 feet it is. Very confident play from Richard. Should have been your first choice for geography there, Nikki. My goodness, he's the perfect person.
Yeah.
Well done. You take it on an egghead and you've booked your place in the final and knocked him out at the same time. Please return to us and we'll see what happens next. Well, this is rather good, Nikki, isn't it?
Happy now, yeah.
Happy now. Plumbing the Depths have lost one brain from the final round, but the Eggheads have also lost one, so we're absolutely level going into round 3, which is film and TV.
Oh my word.
Should I do it? Oh.
Okay, Will?
I'll give it a go, yeah. I'll take it on.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Will, our PhD student, against which Egghead?
Will.
Barry, Pat or Judith?
Pat?
If you think so.
Give
I'm
it
willing
Pat.
to defer to your judgment here, Nikki.
Yeah, Pat.
Pat?
think-
Pat.
Yeah.
Okay, lovely. Will from Plumbing the Depths is going to try catch Pat off guard from the Eggheads. To ensure there's no conferring, please go to the question room. Good luck here on film and TV. Do you want to go first or second, Will?
Richard did well going second, but I'll go first.
Here we go. What do Michael Caine and his gang attempt to steal a shipment of in the 1969 film The Italian Job? Uncut diamonds, sports cars, or gold bullion?
Right, I'm pretty sure I think I know this. I hope it's right. I'm going to go for gold bullion.
Gold bullion is quite right. Well done. Well done. Great film. Pat, which writer does Johnny Depp play in the 2004 film Finding Neverland? J.M. Barrie, C.S. Lewis, or J.B. Priestley?
I think the Neverland is a reference to Peter Pan. I think the author is J.M. Barrie.
J.M. Barrie is quite right. Okay, over to you, Will. Which actor's earlier career included starring roles in the films Ed TV, U571, and Reign of Fire? Matthew McConaughey, Robert Downey Jr., or Edward Norton?
I have seen at least 2 of those films, the first and the third, and Reign of Fire, as I remember, I think it's alongside Christian Bale. Matthew McConaughey stars in that, so I'm going to go for Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, brilliant actor, and you're right. Matthew McConaughey is the right answer. 2 out of 2. Over to Pat. Which of these comedians has been a long-running team regular on the panel show Mock the Week? David Mitchell, Noel Fielding, or Hugh Dennis?
Well, all these 3 chaps pop up on humorous panel shows, but Mock the Week, I think Hugh Dennis is one of the regular men, and he's very good on it. I think it's Hugh Dennis.
Hugh Dennis is correct. Okay, over to you, Will. Who voiced Barney Rubble in the 1960s cartoon series The Flintstones? Arnold Stang, Mel Blanc, or Jack Mercer?
That, unfortunately, I'm not very close to an answer on that. I'm sure. Do I have any memory of watching those cartoons and seeing any credits afterwards that I can recall? It's going to be, I guess, unfortunately, Arnold Stang.
Pat, do you know this? Is it Arnold?
I don't know, but that would have been my guess as well.
Mel Blanc is the answer. So, Pat, you can take it with this. The Australian-born Dudley Simpson is best known for providing what for series such as Doctor Who, The Tomorrow People, and Blake 7? Music, costumes, or special effects?
Blake 7, I think, is sort of 1970s. Tomorrow People, perhaps a bit earlier, and Doctor Who stretches from 1963 onwards. Tricky one, this. Very tricky. I think I'll discount music, simply because I know that for certainly a good chunk of Doctor Who's time, I can identify the musicians, the composers. For a very long time, they had the Ron Grainer introductory music. It's pretty much a stab in the dark. I will say costumes.
Eggheads, do you know?
Music.
Music, they all say.
Music? Oh, well.
Yeah, music is the answer. Okay, 3 questions each you've had. Scores are level. How about that, Will? It's sudden death now, okay? It gets a bit harder. No alternative options from me. Which Russian-born actor starred as gunslinger Chris Adams in the classic 1960 Western, The Magnificent Seven?
The only actor I think I could name who might have been in The Magnificent Seven is, I think, Yul Brynner. I've got a feeling he was in it, so I'm going to say that, Yul Brynner.
Yul Brynner is the right answer. Well done. Pat, which Woody Allen film opens with a long monologue that concludes with the line, "New York was his town and it always would be"?
Well, the most New York Woody Allen films are Manhattan and Annie Hall. Well, Manhattan opens with the jazzy music and the skyline, and it's very, very New York set. So I think of the two, I'll pick Manhattan.
Manhattan is right. This is interesting, isn't it? Okay, we go back to you, Will. In the 2004 Michael Mann film Collateral, hitman Tom Cruise takes cab driver Jamie Foxx hostage as he drives him round the streets of which city?
It's a film I don't think I've ever seen the whole way through. I've seen bits of, and from kind of what I remember, it's all quite sort of open, kind of big highways, lots of not kind of tall buildings like you might expect in somewhere like New York. So I'm gonna say Los Angeles.
You're right, you're quizzing really well. Los Angeles is correct. Well done. Okay, Pat. Which American medical comedy drama series, first broadcast in 2009, is set in All Saints Hospital in New York City?
What could this be? Nurse Jackie. It's New York. It's about the right time. I watched a bit of it. I wasn't laughing very much. But these things are subjective. Can I think of any other better options? I don't think I can, so I think I'll have to take my chances with Nurse Jackie.
Nurse Jackie is the right answer. Will, which radio DJ and television presenter hosted the Viewers' Letters program Points of View from 1999 to 2007?
I think it was Terry Wogan.
It was Terry, you're right.
Oh.
Do you know who followed him?
I don't. I just remember the theme tune from Points of View.
The person who followed him was me.
Oh. I'm sure it improved.
Okay, Pat, this to stay in. Will is quizzing so well. What was the surname of the title characters in the 1970s sitcom George and Mildred?
I think they were Ropers.
Roper's right, well done. So, Will, your question is so good when we're sudden death and people are getting them right. Here's your question. Which Disney cartoon character made his first appearance in the 1934 animated short, The Wise Little Hen?
Donald Duck, as I'm going to guess.
Donald Duck is correct.
Oh, my word, well done.
So you're on the verge of the final against Pat. Pat needs to get this right to stay in. Pat, in which US TV drama series does Simon Baker star as Patrick Jane, an independent consultant for the fictitious California Bureau of Investigation, or CBI?
The Mentalist.
The Mentalist is right. Back to you, Will. Which British sci-fi TV drama, first shown in 2015, features robotic servants called synths?
I have been watching it. I believe it's called Humans.
Humans is right. Sudden death. Pat, your question. Which member of the Rat Pack and star of the original Ocean's 11 film was the brother-in-law of US President John F. Kennedy?
I have, I think, got this sort of thing wrong many times. I'm going to have to pick carefully between Peter Lawson and Joey Bishop. I think I've done this before. Now, who is the brother-in-law? Peter Lawson.
It's Peter Lawford. You're out, Pat. We have to be tough on it. You got the name wrong. Well done, Will. Well done.
Thank you.
That's a good round. That's a good victory for you. You hung on in there, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't quite know how, but yeah.
Knocked out a great quizzer as well. Please return to us. One more round to go. Well, this is quite a contest. Plumbing the Depths have lost one brain from the final round, but the Eggheads have now lost two. And the last subject before the final is politics. So, Nikki, who's this for?
The boys we had down for doing politics, and I'm sorry, but
Yeah, we want Nikki in
I
the final,
couldn't.
so I'm going to do terribly, but...
OK, Hannah,
be brave.
president of the Cardiff University Quiz Society. That's promising. Against which egghead? Can be Barry or Judith?
What do you think?
Judith.
Yeah? Judith.
Very good. So, Hannah from Plumbing the Depths versus Judith, who's going to hit the heights.
Well, maybe. We'll
Maybe
see.
so. On politics, let's see. Please, for the last time, go to our famous question room. Hannah, I know politics isn't your first choice necessarily. Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second, please, Jeremy.
So, Judith, here's your question. Fighting Bull is the title of memoirs by which politician who became a member of the European Parliament in 1999? Nigel Farage, Boris Johnson, or Jeremy Corbyn?
Fighting Bull, I think it must be Nigel Farage.
Nigel Farage is quite right. He's the only one who's the MEP.
Exactly.
OK, over to you, Hannah. Which of these is the parent organisation of the International Monetary Fund? NATO, the UN, or the WTO?
So I'm not sure about this one, which isn't really a surprise. But I would have to go with the WTO.
Yeah, logical, but wrong, I'm afraid. UN is the answer. Judith, Charlie Falconer, the former Lord Chancellor, was once a flatmate of which British Prime Minister? David Cameron, John Major, or Tony Blair?
I think that was Tony Blair.
Tony Blair's quite right. Why are you laughing?
Well, he wouldn't have been with David Cameron or John Major, would he? Thinking about it.
The question didn't say it was Labour.
Well, no, that's true.
OK, Hannah, that means you need to get this one right. Which former Secretary of State for Education first became Conservative MP for Surrey Heath in 2005? Ed Balls, Michael Gove, or Nicky Morgan?
So I'm just thinking this through. I've never actually heard of Nicky Morgan, so I'm not sure whether that means I should discount it or... I'm going to go for Michael Gove.
Michael Gove is correct. Nicky Morgan's the one who criticised the Prime Minister's trousers
Right, okay.
for being too expensive. OK, Judith, you can take the round with this. How old was David Owen when he became Foreign Secretary under James Callaghan? 28, 38, or 48?
I know he was very young. He was one of the youngest for a long time. But I don't think he was 28. And 48 is nothing special in that. So I think he was probably 38.
The correct answer is 38. Well done, Judith. You've taken the round with 3 correct answers. Sorry, Hannah. Beaten by our egghead and no way back. You won't be in the final. Come back to us, Hannah and Judith. We will play the final round for £9,000. So this is what we have been playing towards. It is time for our final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So that's Tricia and Hannah from Plumbing the Depths, and also Steve and Pat from the Eggheads. Would you please now leave the studio? Nikki, Will and Richard, you are playing to win Plumbing the Depths, £9,000. Barry, Chris and Judith, you're playing for something else, the Eggheads' reputation. And money can't buy that. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. This time, they're all general knowledge. Nikki and team, you can confirm. So, Plumbing the Depths, the question is, can your 3 brains defeat these 3 over here? Nikki, Will, Richard, would you like to go first or second?
We'd like to go first, would we?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
we'd like
good
to go
me.
first, please, Jeremy.
Nikki, Will and Richard, it's general knowledge. Good luck. The American resort of Atlantic City is situated in which US state? New Jersey, California, or Rhode Island?
Yeah, I think...
New Jersey.
Yeah, I don't think it's California. I'm pretty
it's
sure it's not Rhode
I
Island.
wouldn't have thought Rhode
Yeah.
Island.
Pretty sure New Jersey sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Jeremy, we are going to say New Jersey.
New Jersey is the right answer. Well done. OK. Hey, kids. Popular in the early 2000s, what was the Dido flip an example of? Was it a dance move, frothy coffee, or hairstyle?
It's a hairstyle.
Yeah.
In imitation of Dido the singer.
I have no idea.
But
I
yeah,
just have a
it's a
feeling,
dance
you know, that there was a sort of fashion for having a hair and flipping it around that sort of time.
OK, well, that's good enough for me, Judith.
Well, I mean, please don't blame me.
There's no blame. There's no blame. We all do our best.
OK, that's settled, right. Well, we're not entirely sure on this one, but we're going to go for hairstyle.
Hairstyle is your answer, and if it's wrong, you're going to blame Judith.
No, we're not going to blame Judith.
They are.
Definitely not.
It was my
But
idea.
it's right.
It's right.
Yes.
Hooray.
Well done, Judy.
Well done. Hairstyle it is. OK. Challenges. Which name from classical mythology is the common name for the Lockheed C-130 military transport aircraft? Hercules, Achilles, or Medusa?
Hercules, I think.
Yeah, I've got no idea what it is, but I have heard of Hercules. It's like a helicopter,
No, it's
is
a
it?
huge, big
Oh.
plane, massive.
Massive. Hercules.
That would be.
Jeremy, we think that is Hercules.
Hercules is correct. 2 out of 2. Well done, Nikki and team. OK, Eggheads, which of these comedians was knighted in the 2017 New Year's Honours? Barry Cryer, Ken Dodd, or Stan Boardman?
Ken Dodd.
Yeah, we're all happy with that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the king of the Diddy men himself, Ken Dodd.
Ken Dodd is correct. So nothing to choose between you at the moment. And we move on. A Monster Calls is a book for young adults written by which author? Patrick Ness, James Dashner, or Veronica Roth?
Have you read this
I think they.
book?
I don't know if this is one they've released the film of. Is it? I
What,
can't
so-
remember if it's by if the book is by a woman. I'm just trying to think if that's somewhere in my head that that name's there.
Veronica Roth.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn between Patrick Ness or Veronica Roth.
Yeah.
Um,
If I have heard of one of them, it would have been Patrick Ness. Do you think you might have heard somewhere that it might have been written by a woman?
I don't know if I've got that sort of.
Should we go for Patrick Ness?
Oh, no.
We're going to have to leave it to you, Nikki.
Oh, gosh, we're just going to have to say one and
Yeah.
then just hope that the Eggheads get the next one wrong.
Nikki, it's gotta be
We
you.
get another chance. But then we're through to sudden death.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Jeremy, we've been around the houses. We think, just because Will's got a teeny tiny inkling, that it might be for Veronica Roth.
It is a film, came out at the start of 2017. A Monster Calls. Eggheads, are they right?
I think it's Patrick Ness.
Patrick Ness is the answer.
Oh, no.
I thought you almost had decided Patrick Ness and then you just swerved.
Yeah.
Never mind. £9,000 we're playing for. A chance for the Eggheads to take the contest now. Eggheads, this is your question. The singer Katie Melua was born in which country?
She was born in Georgia.
Is it Georgia, Armenia, or Ukraine?
Georgia.
I'm 100% certain she was born in Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Katie Melua was born in Georgia.
If you're right, the contest is over. The correct answer is Georgia. We say congratulations, Eggheads. You have won. Oh, don't clap them too loudly. This encourages them. Oh, Nikki and team, that was... I know how close you were to saying Patrick Ness on that
Yeah.
last question.
Oh, we
Anyway.
had lots of fun. And
I'm so
it's
glad
fun
you
to come
enjoyed it.
back.
Thank you. You ran them very close today. Commiserations to Plumbing the Depths. The Eggheads have done what comes naturally to them. This impressive winning streak continues. I'm afraid it means you won't be going home with the £9,000, so the money rolls over to our next show. Eggheads, congratulations. Who will beat you? Join us next time to see if a new team of challengers have the brains to do it. £10,000 will be here for them if they win. Till we quiz again. Goodbye.